Hi, Jake Smith for the House of Rohl here. In this short video, I will show you how to install the rough, flush the valve, and install the cartridge and trim. As I do this, I will highlight some of the great features and benefits of the R23 2R3 function system. The R23 has one rough that supports two cartridges. One version can be two dedicated functions and is considered high efficiency for water-saving states like California. The other cartridge can have shared ports and up to 3 functions. The rough is the same, and the cartridges for your installation ships with the trim. The valves are solid brass and made in Canada. You may order the valve in half-inch NPT, PEX, or expansion PEX connections. You're seeing it in PEX connections here. On all of the valves, the hot inlet is always at the 9 o'clock and the cold inlet is always at the 3 o'clock. This is the stud bay. This model is wood, but you may see 2x4 metal installations in the field. The first feature I want to talk about is the Plaster Guard. It's to protect the valve after installation and during the mounting of the solid surface or tile. A plumber will estimate where the finished wall will be, then position the stringer accordingly. The installation depth is a generous 2 inches minimum and 3 1/4 inches maximum. And if needed, there are 3/4 inch and 1 1/4 inch extensions available. The guard clearly has indications that show the minimum and maximum measurements. The R23 has 2 outlets. One at 12 o'clock for the shower, and the bottom outlet for either at the tub or for the hand shower. The service stops are on the hot and the cold inlets and are in the open position on removal from the box. To operate the stops, use a standard slotted screwdriver. The stops are open at 3 and 9 o'clock, and to rotate them into the closed position, put them at 12 and 6. You will also notice that there is a service plug that allows for flushing of the valve prior to installation of the thermostatic pressure balance cartridge. The cartridge will be supplied with the trim. This is a service-saving step and prevents the cartridge from being damaged prior to flushing. So what we're going to cover today is how to sweat a connection and what the procedures are as far as removing the parts and pieces that may be damaged by heating the valve. The R23, the R45, and the R51, they all share the same type of stop. This stop is held in with small clips. It's very easy to remove these clips, remove the service plug, and then make your sweat connections. The R23, the R45, and the R51 all share something which is good for the installer. There are installation mounts called dog ears that are on the valve, placed at 11 o'clock and 5 o'clock respectively. The valve itself was designed with a flat back so that you could screw this down onto the stringer and then adjust the stringer into the wall for the correct depth. Meant to work in a 2x4 wall, this is a quality valve. So now let's review what we need to do to make a sweat connection. First of all, you have to remove all the bits that may be damaged by the heat. As you can see, you have some rubber parts here, and then you have the plastic service plug. They could be distorted or damaged so that they wouldn't work properly. So you've seen that I've already removed the hot side stop, removed the spring clip. Next, we are going to remove the service plug, and then finally, we are going to remove the cold side clip. These are spring clips that come off easily with needle nose pliers, and then once the clip comes off, we remove the entire stop. Now we're ready to make that sweat connection. The valve was designed so that the inlets would accept a 1/2-inch copper tube. The installer or plumber would make his sweat connections. Now with the sweat connection made, we've already installed the hot side stop and retaining clip that's here. Next, we put in the service plug and spin on the nut. And then finally, we insert the cold side stop with the slotted screw being at 9 and 3 o'clock respectively. Final step here is to put in the clip that holds in everything. The clip is easily manipulated with a pair of needle nose pliers. Once everything is back together again. We're ready to install it into the stud bay.